Welcome back. I've got some more business news for you on JoyNews Prime. Efforts by ECOWAS countries to transact business with a single currency may be fruitless if the unregistered foreign exchange market is not well educated on its essence. Some money changers at the Ghana-Togo border who spoke to Joy Business's Fredo fear the implementation of the single currency will affect their activities. The most recent deliberations on the use of a single currency for both the French and English bloc of ECOWAS countries was a meeting of heads of state and governors of central banks in Sierra Leone. This was among the series of meetings aimed at meeting the 2020 deadline for the introduction of a single currency to facilitate trade. As much as the high-level meetings are aimed at decision-making, it would be practically dangerous if enough education is not done. Here at the Ghana-Togo border, people in the black market money changing business say their businesses will be threatened.
My side is exchanging of the money. Okay, right now when you bring cedi, you take CFA. When you bring cedi, you take dollar. When you bring cedi, you take naira. When you bring cedi, you take Cameroon, France. You understand me? So right now when we are taking ECO, you understand me? So ECO, nobody can change money again.
This is the work we do for a living. We have close to over 300 people changing money here at Aflan. The introduction of the ECO will be devastating for our business. For instance, this is 10,000 CFA, and we change it for 91 Ghana cedis. And our commission is just 1 Ghana cedi.
91 Ghana, man, not talking 1 cedi. I'll have a cook Ghana, I'll 90 Ghana. 90 Ghana, man, you could be a medium and that is for 1 cedi.
We have no work to do. The introduction of the ECO will destroy our business.
For these drivers, the feasibility of the ECO largely depends on the unity, which, in their opinion, has never been possible.
Personally, I'm looking at that ECO as something that will not work. Besides, you said my personal opinion, I'm saying my opinion. It might not work because the thing they are looking at ECO now, where they say let us do one money. We are not united, we are not one. We are South Africa, Africa is one. We are not one. Especially ECOWAS. We are not one. What we are doing, even to cross border here, you show them your driving license, show them your national ID card, ECOWAS passport, they still requesting for money.
When we come back to Ghana cedi, we use it only in Ghana, so it affects us more. But when it can be used so many countries, it will be beneficial. Like the CFA you see those using the CFA, they are not interested to join, but they are forcing them to join. Because their currency is used by so many countries.
Fred Duho's report for Joy Business. Lawyer and a vice president of think tank Imani Africa, Kofi Bentil, has raised concerns about how the country's oil revenues are used. Speaking at the graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting, Mr. Bentil said there should be value for money.
I think that maybe one of the key things we should take out of this meeting is what should we do with oil revenues. It's a major issue. It's a major revenue item, and honestly, it has happened in our time. We are the people whose laps the management of this thing has fallen on. It is our memory that posterity will judge. Our kids will cast a judgment on us depending on how we manage this. And here's the problem. So far, we've done the worst job possible. I remember when the oil was coming on stream and all the meetings had, people flew to Norway learning what's the best to do. We passed the PRMA and we said 70% into infrastructure. We have managed to make a total mess of it. Okay, and I don't want to go into the history of everything, but here's the thing. One, we should acknowledge that even if we don't do anything with the oil money, Mr. Tepper says, let's agree on the 70%. I don't object. Let some of it go to some other places. But even if we put 100% of the oil money in infrastructure, two things. One, it will not be enough, and two, it will be the best use of that money. Because that has the potential of affecting you personally and your business. We are talking about water, health, transport, telecommunication, roads. We are talking about, energy. We are talking about education. Okay, that will have an effect on you. What we are dealing with right now is a situation where the law has loose ends. And at every loose end, we are stretching it. So what is happening is that we are pulling all that money and basically spending it. We have little to show for oil revenues.
Okay.
So we need to contemplate very seriously what we are going to do to tie down and save ourselves from ourselves as a country, and make sure we have something to show for oil. Because it's the kind of blessing that God just dropped on us and says, let's see what you will do with it. And I'm saying the issues are clear. So far, we've done the worst job possible.
Look at how some of the major commodities are faring on the market. And that's it for business. My name is Darryl Kwao.